Welcome to the show. Real China it is. Anyway, we're here in the park again. It's an absolutely lovely day here in Beijing. Wherever you are, hope it's a nice day too. Let's see what we've got coming up on Real China today.
Jackie Chan, Jet Li, John Woo, which other Asian actors and directors have made it big in Hollywood? Find out all about long-legged Hong Kong songstress Karen Mok and Zhang Lin's music box. The Transformers are finally rolling into town. Let's see if Megatron and his buddies can seize the box office crown without the acting power of Megan Fox to back them up.
Last week we had Jet Li, the week before that we had Bruce Lee, sounds like the same person. And this week we've got another master of martial arts, Mr. Donnie Yen, in a film called Flashpoint. Let's take a look.
Donnie plays Inspector Ma, a no-nonsense kung fu cop who doesn't play by the rules. Clearly, this blasé attitude to the law includes beating suspects to death in public. You go, Donnie! Inspector Ma once again enters punishment mode when he raids a nightclub owned by Tiger, Archer, and Tony, three drug-dealing brothers. Rather than enjoying a cocktail or finding a hot lady, Ma ends up tussling with Wilson. Since Wilson is played by Louis Koo, it's a pretty good guess that he's not really a bad guy. In fact, he's Donnie's partner, on the police force I mean, and he's deep undercover. Due to Louis Koo's poor acting, Tony and Tiger quickly figure out that Wilson is a mole. Ooh, that's got to hurt. Once Wilson recovers, the bad guys decide to try and take him out again, this time with an exploding chicken. I wonder what they wrote on the Chief of Police's death certificate. Due to a lack of foresight on the part of Hong Kong police, Wilson's girlfriend Julie, played by the ever-bouncy Fan Bingbing, is captured by the gang. When Wilson tries to get her back, things don't quite work out, because he's not Donnie. Throwing the rulebook aside once again, Donnie kidnaps Archer and sets up a hostage exchange. And then, at last, it's time for the big showdown with Tony.
Flashpoint, I do like that film, it's wonderful.
Donnie.
But it's a prequel to another film called SPL with Wu Jing
Really?
and
I love
Donnie
that film.
and Sammo.
Oh, Sammo,
Amazing.
yay.
Now, talking about Donnie and Sammo, not Wu Jing, because he never did anything. But we're
Brutal.
talking about today, we're talking about Chinese actors and directors and people like that that have actually made it in Hollywood, or tried to make it, let's be honest.
You're gonna love that.
Yeah. Well, Donnie, what about Donnie?
I love, like, he's actually been in Hollywood longer than we knew. Like, he was in the second Blade film, and he was in, he was playing Shanghai Nights, it was in the Jackie Chan film, but he plays, like, villains, or...
Yeah. Well, I remember he was in Highlander Endgame, that's Highlander 4 for those of you who don't know.
Oh my goodness.
He went over there, and he's like the typical cliched martial artist. I don't think they have anything else for Donnie to do.
Right.
Does he speak English?
I think so.
Okay, I know
Yeah.
that Sammo speaks English because
Really
he
good.
went over and made a TV show there called Martial Law in America.
Wow.
It was quite popular in America and England for about 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And, yeah, okay.
Gee.
But like, the thing is, these Chinese actors like Jet Li and Chow Yun-fat, they go over to Hollywood to try and break it, and it just doesn't work.
Yeah.
Because they always get these cliched roles.
They play the same roles, and sometimes they play like weapons, you know, like just like no souls,
Weapons,
no character.
I see what she did there, because Jet Li's first Western role was in Lethal Weapon 4, where he got beaten up by a 90-year-old Danny Glover and Mel Gibson.
I know even his later films like Unleashed, he was just like playing a simpleton that has just some kick asses.
Okay, and like Chow Yun-fat, like he's even worse. I was gonna say like get it out of your face because we can't. You look like the girl from The Ring or The Grudge.
Shut
Doesn't
up,
matter.
professional.
But I have to say, like Chow Yun-fat, he went over there after he did those John Woo Hong Kong action films. They were so cool, and then he just became a walking cliche.
I know.
He shamed China by just being a caricature. Bulletproof Monk. What else? Sounded like you there. And Pirates of the Caribbean 3 was just shameful.
Although
it really was.
I mean, I have to say, like, I don't think he cares because that's like one of the biggest films.
I have to say, his salary for 10 minutes or 20 minutes on screen was probably equal to everything he ever did with John Woo times 10.
All right.
But he came off looking silly in that film with like bald head, tattoos, tried to touch Keira Knightley's boobies.
The stereotypical sort of Asian look.
It was awful. But the actresses, they had a bit more luck, like Jung Se-yi.
Yeah, she was in the Mortgage.
That's the one.
Acting job. Yeah.
Was she good in that? I haven't seen it.
She was pretty good. But I mean, she started in like Rush Hour too, so that was still like.
Oh yeah, the chop socky thing.
Exactly.
Ha-cha!
Anyway.
And Gong Li, she was in Miami Vice.
Love Gong Li.
But why was she in that film? Because I have to say, although I like her too, because she's got the figure, I have to say, she wasn't very good in that film.
No.
I could hardly understand what she was saying. Like, Colin Farrell was like, you look good tonight. And she was like,
no, that's me.
That's how she
I think that film had a lot of like dialogue. I wonder if that's the reason. It's because of their language, you know.
Well, I have to say, it was a terrible film anyway.
Yeah.
Michael Mann, shame on you for making that film. Make another Heat.
I'm sure he cares.
He should do. His films don't make any money anymore.
Anyway, well, speaking of him, let's move on to directors who like people don't.
See what she did there? That's professional.
Anyway, like Chinese, like or Asian directors who can you think of anyone that's like made it big in Hollywood?
Made it big? Well, like John Woo went over there, but he made like flop after flop. Because they wanted to translate his Hong Kong style to Hollywood. But I think because people interfered all the time.
Right.
Like he made Wind Talkers, that lost about 100 million at the US box office. Paycheck lost another 50 million. He made a film for TV called Blackjack with Dolph Lundgren.
Whoa.
Oh dear.
Whoa.
And his first Hollywood film was actually Hard Target, which is a beautiful film with Van Damme.
Oh, Van Damme.
I do like it.
You
but
love
then
him.
Ringo Lam, who's another Hong Kong director, he's literally become Van Damme's go-to guy for action movies these days. Like, straight to DVD. But you know, like other directors who went out there, they just seem to do things that are really odd.
I think there had to be like sort of you know, production sort of like, you know, controlled. I think it's just a different system. Like
what about
from Hong Kong
Chen Kai-ge? He went there and made a porn film.
I did not understand. I still don't get it. And then he came back and he made these like epic films. The problem is,
what happened to Chen Kai-ge? What happened to him?
He used to be so good
in the 80s. He went to
80s.
Hollywood. He made a film about Heather Graham's boobs. Came back and then made rubbish. What
anyway,
happens?
I don't know.
And who else? Which other directors have gone over
Why
there?
was it An Lee? He takes risks, right?
He does. Does he make good films?
He does.
Like Hulk.
Well, I mean, he takes
Your
risks.
film school friends would be shaming you now.
Brokeback Mountain. I mean, come on.
What mountain?
Brokeback Mountain.
Oh, that
Think
one.
of
Yes.
that.
Okay.
So I think he's the one that went sort of the other direction. Didn't really make any epic sort of action-packed films.
Yeah, because Hulk isn't full of action. Doesn't matter. Anyway, shows what she knows. Let's quickly go on to Music Box. Quickly.
Anyway.
Okay. See Music Box.
Hi guys and welcome to Music Box. Hong Kong singer and actress Carrie Mok is well known for her long legs and sexy body. But she's not just a pretty face. Oh no, she was named one of Hong Kong's top 10 students in 1985, then went on to study abroad in Italy and England. No wonder she speaks 5 languages. Karen also showed a great interest in music and dancing from an early age. After graduating from University College London, she decided to put academics aside and try her hand at being a star. But her debut album didn't sell well at all. Even her second album, which displayed her naked back on the cover, was a commercial failure. Rather than go one step further and show her naked front on her third album cover, Karen decided to shift her focus to movies. In no time at all, things started to look up. Just a year after launching her film career, she was named Best Supporting Actress at Hong Kong Film Awards for her role in Wong Kar-wai's hitman drama Fallen Angels. She picked up the same award at the now defunct Golden Bohemia Awards, which was suspended in 1997. Karen also collaborated with Hong Kong actor Stephen Chow on several of his hugely popular comedies, such as God of Cookery and The King of Comedy, in which she often made herself appear ugly and unglamorous. These efforts saw her rewarded with Best Actress nominations at the Hong Kong Film Awards and Taiwan's Golden Horse Awards. 1997 saw her music career take off with the album To Be. This disc established her unique musical style and contained a number of classic songs, including 他不爱我, 电台情歌, and the duet 广岛之恋 with Taiwan singer 张洪亮.
我们一直忘了要搭一座桥，到对方心底瞧一瞧，体会彼此什么才最需要。
Karen's 1999 album You Can produced another big hit in the form of single 阴天。
照片就摆在手边，傻傻两个人，笑得多甜。开始总是分分钟都妙不可言，谁都以为热情它永不会减，除了激情褪去后的那一点点倦。
In 2002, Karen moved to a new label to release the album I, which scooped her Best Mandarin Female Singer at the 2003 Taiwan Golden Melody Awards.
我们学会许多说法来掩饰不同的伤疤，因为我会想起你，我害怕面对自己，我的意志总被寂寞吞噬。
5 years later, her album Live is Karen Mok took Best Mandarin Album of the Year at the 19th Taiwan Golden Melody Awards. And Karen herself once again picked up Best Mandarin Female Singer at the 2011 ceremony. After winning the award, Karen told audiences that she planned to get married very soon and start a family. I bet her fiancé was looking forward to getting home that night.
想亲口对你说，你爱我也不容易吧，但是你并不问代价。
That's the end of Music Box. See you next week.
That Karen Mok, she is well hot. And she's got to be knocking on a bit. How old is she?
She's like over 40, I think. She hasn't aged. Seriously, she hasn't aged.
How can she be
years.
over 40 and she looks better than you? Oh, what have I said? But she's.
You're fired.
But you don't have the power to do
Anyway.
that. But she's like a mixed baby, isn't she?
She is. She's
got
like
a little bit of German in her.
A little bit, a quarter, I think, from her
That sounded
mother's
dirty.
side.
She's got some German DNA.
Yes.
But she's actually marrying a German, so I wasn't lying.
She's getting married as well.
Yeah.
Well, good for her.
Well, congratulations to her. Congratulations,
Yes.
Karen. But she is hot. I like her.
Yes.
Let's move on to top 5 while I wipe away the tears.
Oh, gosh. There's a new film rounding out the top 5 this week in the form of Chinese horror Mysterious Island. 8 couples are sent to an island with the promise of $1 million prize. But to scoop the cash, they'll have to do more than just play games. Down to number 4 is Hong Kong wuxia comedy Treasure Inn. The film stars Nicholas Ted and Nick Chun as 2 highly skilled but underused police officers. Together, they must find out who murdered the richest family in town and stole their priceless heirloom, the White Jade Goddess of Mercy.
兇手有5個人，有2個咁有見識嘅後生仔，甘心做個小衙差，你唔覺得奇怪嘅？
姜元安屋企有個家傳之寶，有個人咁大嘅玉觀音嘅喎。
白玉觀音呢種咁嘅惡啃嘢喺中原係好難出手嘅。如果要揾到買家嘅話，一定要去財神客棧。
Looks like Captain Jack has set sail for the DVD store. He's been replaced in 3rd place by the founding of a party, which gathers over 100 stars including Chow Yun-fat, Andy Lau, Daniel Wu, Liu Ye, and Zhou Xun.
怎么叫鬼迷心窍？非要等这个皇帝？
中华帝国大皇帝万岁！
Punching its way into the number 2 spot this week is new release Wuxia from Hong Kong director Peter Chan. Despite the title, Chan's film is actually a detective story that brings together Kung Fu megastar Donnie Yen as a local papermaker and Asian heartthrob Takeshi Kaneshiro as a quirky detective. Here comes Megatron! Yes, the Transformers have done what they did elsewhere in the world and seized the box office crown in China. This third film in the robot battling franchise sees wooden Megan Fox replaced by the even more wooden Rosie Huntington-Whiteley. It's up to her and franchise star Shia LaBeouf to defeat the evil Decepticons once again in what director Michael Bay had said is the last in the series. If only we could believe him.
You may lose your faith in us, but never in yourselves. From here, the fight will be your own.
Now, I still haven't seen Transformers 3 yet.
I haven't either. I don't think I will.
Well, no, I saw the trailers for it, and I just thought that Rosie Huntington-Whiteley, she looks like a piece of wood. Like, every time something blows up, like a skyscraper falls down or Chicago blows up, she's just like,
Well, no, I mean, she hasn't been receiving good reviews, has she?
Well, I've read that she makes Megan Fox look like Judi Dench.
My goodness, that is brutal.
That is shocking. Even you could do a better job in Transformers 3.
Well, let's not, don't get me
if you were a model.
Oh,
anyway.
That's the thing, why would they hire models?
She's getting angry now, I better say goodbye.
No.
Say goodbye before you pop.
I'm not.
You're gonna have an aneurysm.
See you next.
Bye for now.